Here's another question. Why should I keep on living if nothing fulfills me? Why should I keep on living if nothing fulfills me? Well, funnily enough, you've got it right. You've had a major realization, but perhaps you haven't seen how important it is. The realization that you've had is that nothing fulfills me. That's absolutely correct. There is nothing in the world that has the power to fulfill you. No set of circumstances have the power emanate the feeling that will fulfill you. Nothing. If you get a feeling of fulfillment from an outcome, from a set of circumstances, it's because of who you were being that those circumstances were in the first place. You set it up. For example, some people get happy when the sun is shining, and other people are praying that it will rain, and then when it comes they become very happy. So the feeling doesn't come out of the sunshine or the rain. The feeling comes out of who the person is being that thing is. So what am I saying? There is no fulfillment. You're absolutely right. Perhaps you work very hard and then you finally get your diploma or your degree, and there's a great day where you throw your hat up in the air and you feel very fulfilled for about 10 minutes. So what is fulfillment? What you've realized is that fulfillment doesn't come out of circumstances or things. But don't think that there isn't fulfillment. There is, and I'll show you how you find it. The first thing you have to do is to distinguish that you are not the part that you play in this life. The role that you act out, maybe you're a father, maybe you're a daughter, maybe you're a mechanic, maybe you're a rock star, whatever part you're playing, that's not who you are. And no fulfillment comes out of that, ever. So if you're not the part you're playing, who are you? You definitely are. We can't argue with that. But who are you? If you're not your characteristics, if you're not your states of consciousness, if you're not your thoughts, because all of those are part and parcel of the part you're playing, aren't they? So put that down, put that aside, the part you're playing, put that aside. You still are. But what are you? If you're not your thoughts, if you're not the thinker, because all that's part of the part you're playing, if you're not even your states of consciousness, because they come out of the drama that you're playing, who are you? And the amazing thing is this, that if you put all of that down, all of it, all the thinking, all the judging, all the memories, all the narratives that you've created about yourself and your life, if just for a moment you put it, literally all of it, down, you will find that you still exist. And the nature of that existence, if you open up and let it be for a moment, focus and let it come into being, focus and let it become present, it turns out that that presence fills you up, and it is that is fulfillment. The more you sit in it, the more fulfilled, for absolutely no reason other than you're alive, that fulfillment just grows and grows and grows. And as long as you open a moment, in other words, don't go off into your head, again, the part you're playing, but keep the part you're playing separate, and just notice this feeling of presence. You're here, you are an entity, you exist. And the feeling of that, the purest ground of being, the feeling of that, as you relax into it, it becomes incredibly fulfilling. You want for nothing. You feel whole. You feel deeply content. You feel happy. You feel complete. You feel fulfilled and deeply relaxed. Now this feeling, because it's not made by circumstances, it's there for you every single moment. If you feel it once and get it, it'll be there in 10 minutes the same. It'll be there in 10 years the same. It'll be there 2 minutes before you die. This feeling of fulfillment. I found fulfillment in my life. And it had nothing to do with what happened. That was just the feeling of life. The feeling of life itself is fulfillment. And you know what? 2 minutes after you've died and left this body, you'll see that it will still be there. You can know this by feeling it while you're alive. So it actually turns out to be the most important thing of all, is to feel this fulfillment, to feel this presence, to distinguish yourself, the self, from the part that you're playing. Then your life indeed has a great purpose. Then your life is fulfilled, and then maybe you can share it with others. Your flame is lit. Maybe you can pass it on.